So rubber bands, they have heaps of uses. By far, this is the most enjoyable. Today we're going to talk about rubber bands. Righto, rubber bands, heaps of uses. Today we're going to have a look at a few. Number one, if you don't have spiral wrap or anything to hold your leaders together, you can use rubber bands. Basically, just go through itself. This is all I do. And then go around itself a couple of times. Doesn't really matter how you do this, obviously. Pull it tight, and then there you go. Leaders all tied up, good to go, happy days. So another option, mainly use this when we're game fishing, is to hold a sinker on. This sinker's way too big, obviously. It's the only one I've got at my house, the rest are in the boat. But as you can see, you go through the eye, and then all you do, if that was the main line, you just go through the main line a handful of times, sinker back through itself, just like a slip knot. You want to go, a handful of times, go through again so it actually pulls down fairly tight. You don't want this being able to run up and down your main line, it just ends up a mess. Rubber bands. Righto, so another option is to help you out with using floats, so your floats will break away. I'd use these essentially for stuff like longtail and things in close where you're not fishing huge baits, or even sharks where you're fishing for, smaller sharks. I wouldn't be fishing an 8-0 with this rig because the rubber bands just aren't strong enough. All you do, feed the rubber band through the eye on your snap here. So you can see what I've done there. You got your rubber band tied on, so all you do, tie a bit of line to that, to a float or a balloon or whatever, breakaway float rig. So the last tiny thing to touch on is just storing these rubber bands while you're out on the water for the day. And I have a really good hack for that. If you picture that this deodorant can is your bollard, all you do, grab a handful of them, straight over the bollard, and then you just grab them off as you need them. Super accessible, super easy to get to. And when you're, pulling lures or you're live baiting and you are going through a few rubber bands, you want them to be easy to get to, and when they're in these boxes, they get wet and you get shit everywhere. And then, as I said, the last one, guys, they're lots of fun to shoot at people on the boat. Oh, I'm going to get that lens soon. Thanks heaps for watching today's video, guys. I'll catch you on the next video. Cheers.